Welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon here on Serious Gaming. I'm gonna call in the HMS Corral, not because I have a real need of it, but I want to be able to get the commando units that are stationed on board. Meanwhile, I will do some refitting of my units here to the south, get some R&R done, move some units around, all that kind of stuff. The 2nd Artillery Company, refit everyone that can be refitted. These guys really do need some reinforcements. Alright, get some R&R there. Move these guys, refit. Okay, most of the North Korean forces that are invading South Korea have been annihilated. Most of North Korea's military has been annihilated as well. But now we get to deal with the lovely Soviets and their particular affairs. Let's see. That wouldn't be bad, actually. I mean, these guys, these guys would be awesome. I kind of wish I had called them earlier, but that doesn't matter. I can defeat the Admiral Kuznetsov as is. It won't be pretty, but it's doable. And that is the only real thing that matters here. Alright. The final battle. 4,000 points versus 4,000 points. I actually outnumbered them. So, it should be no problem. So, call in some Mitsukis. And an Oliver Hazard Parry. Okay. Now, move it to very quick. And I could have deployed to, you know, do some damage to them, but I didn't want to because... Fact of the matter is... Alright. More Netsukis. Fall back, fall back. Alright, engage at point blank range then. Alright, that destroyed that Udaloy. And I've taken no losses so far. I need to get my missiles back. So fall back a bit.
My staff and myself are ready, sir. The only good enemy is a dead enemy.
Alright, more Pegasuses. So they have 2 Udaloys, 1 Sovereign over there.
Слушаю, товарищ командир. What's up, sir? Why does it always have to be me?
Alright, Numas. Pull a Numa in here as well.
Я вас слушаю. Берем новый курс. Всем занять боевые посты. Why does it always have to be me? My staff and myself are ready, sir.
Okay.
Situation is under control. Anything you want, sir. Read. My pleasure. Anything you want, sir. What's up, sir? What's up, sir? What's up, sir?
Okay, if I play my cards right, I should be able to destroy that that ship right there, that Udaloy. Anyway, get these harpoons up in order.
I'm all ears. On our way, sir. I'm all ears. What's up, sir?
Alright, this Sovereign should be easy pickings.
최대한 빨리 그곳으로 재배치하겠습니다. Loud and clear. Out. 대기 중입니다. Starting the engine. 대기 중입니다. 곧 도착할 겁니다. 그곳에 지휘소를 세우도록 하겠습니다. 지시사항 있습니까? 곧 도착할 겁니다. Loud and clear. Out. こちら指揮通信車です。指示をください。Flying in, weapons hot. 여기 있습니다. I'm all ears. こちら指揮通信車です。あなたの指揮下に入れて光栄です。はい、作戦変更です。Where do you need us, sir?
Throw them in. That does it. Most of their ships are destroyed. At least most of their capital ships. So I destroyed 3 Udaloys and 1 Sovereign, so that leaves, what, 1 Udaloy, 1 Sovereign. They're not gonna be able to stop that. So the steamroller presses on. The Kuznetsov will soon be destroyed. Mind you, I took minimal losses myself. I mean, the big one was obviously on Oliver Hazard Perry, but still. Now, that was the easy fight. The hard one is right here against the Chinese. So how do I want to deal with this? Good question. An excellent question, even. Well, I figure my best shot is to more or less do what I've done before. I don't need to defeat this fleet right this turn. I can wait a bit. So I will.
Staff and myself are ready, sir. 指示をください。移動完了次第報告します。速やかに移動します。
Just point I do outnumber them. Maybe it would have been worth it to even auto-resolve this this one. To be fair. Because here's the thing, in an auto-resolve I should be able to easily win. The problem here, of course, is the fact that they do have a numbers advantage. And numbers do matter. In naval combat in this game, numbers are more or less everything. Like, they're the ones that decide a lot of the battles. If you have a lot of ships that are capable of spamming anti-ship missiles, then you're most likely going to win most of the fights. And that's just a fact. They just have too many ships, that's just a fact. Yeah, like that, as an example. Meanwhile, in the real world, how it should look like is, well... Okay... How should I deal with this then? An attack, an aggressive push? Well, the thing is they hold most of the territory, so that's probably not gonna work very well for me, is it? Alright, get rid of that Type 21, that's a fucking useless ship. Well, I'll need to deal with the I'll need to deal with their spam of missiles one way or another. Alright, if I can take that one. It went. Oh, ouch. Yeah, the Chinese are gonna kick my ass. So don't deploy next to that because they apparently will deploy all of their ships there. Yeah, that's the main issue right there. Well, you know what? If they're gonna deploy like that, then I can just take my ships and take Naval Sector Charlie. Like if they're all gonna deploy there anyway. In Charlie, like it's gonna be a numbers battle. It's really down to that. It's who has the capability of bringing in more ships. The Chinese have the advantage of fucking numbers. Like holy shit, man. I can call in as many Natsukis as I want, or Lafayettes and Type 21s, and they're still not gonna be enough. And you're gonna have the best close-in weapon systems and best missile defense in the world. You're not gonna survive this spam of muskets. Clearly. Either way, it should be fine. Well, lesson learned. Don't deploy close to the lion's den, because they're gonna throw everything they have at you. And I can't survive that. Anyway, Lafayette's, I guess. Yeah. Alright, just hold still. I mean, they can... My ships can deal some damage. The reason for the Lafayettes is because they have the best guns. And I can call in some Champ-Souris if it's necessary. And what's the good? He was... Yep. And I'll call in some Natsukis to bolster them with their Sea-Whiz. Close-in weapon system. The horde of the Chinese. Forget a Mongol horde, say hello to the PLC. Or the PLA. PLAN, actually. The People's Liberation Army Navy.
지시사항 있습니까? 지시사항 있습니까? 여기 있습니다. 그곳에 지휘소를 세우도록 하겠습니다.
All right. More ships.
말씀만 하십시오. 최대한 빨리 그곳으로 재배치하겠습니다. 그곳에 지휘소를 세우도록 하겠습니다. 곧 도착할 겁니다. 최대한 빨리 그곳으로 재배치하겠습니다. 대기 중입니다. 최대한 빨리 그곳으로 재배치하겠습니다.
Okay, they certainly hammered me quite badly there. Lost 3 Lafayettes, 3 Natsukis, 4 Champ Zeros, and 1 Type 21. But it's pretty manageable. The Dakwet division is ready to be deployed from any Korean port in the Yellow Sea. It will be supported by a regiment of heavy tanks in just a few days. The USS Belleau Wood, the Tarawa-class aircraft carrier, is ready to join the American task force. It is escorted by a powerful group of Marines and several Harrier squadrons. Naval Sector Hotel must be secured to enable its deployment in the area. The 9th Reconnaissance Wing reports that several North Korean regiments are turning back, while others are continuing their offensive. God only knows why, but this is a blessing for your men defending the South Korea. Enemy communications are saturated with messages. It's pretty confusing. It seems they fear landing and they're withdrawing, some units to defend Pyongyang. Several generals challenged the decision, but they have now gone off air. It seems that the wind is turning. Repel their last attackers and use reinforcements to chase them out to South Korea. Our goal is to free the whole country in the short term. Here's the problem for North Korea. They may want to withdraw. They don't get to withdraw. Their units are stuck beyond my units, and their units are just going to be destroyed in a moment here. The Admiral Kuznetsov is gone. After his escort was destroyed, Admiral Kuznetsov was taken by surprise by the submarine USS Louisville. The flagship of the Soviet Navy is going down. Yes. Well, that is not tolerable. I cannot accept a draw. Nor will I. Okay. Well, they might deploy their navy as last time. I probably should have gotten some anti-ship squadrons, but... Or I should have listened to the French admiral who told you, yeah, don't do this until you've destroyed the remaining navy. About that, well, I'll have 3 navies. Surely they can handle some Chinese dregs. Nope. The answer is clearly no. Fuck, the Chinese certainly have a lot of firepower there. I think it's because their units are elites in the squadron that I faced, more or less. Either way, they're gonna lose pretty badly soon enough here. And I still have a vast numbers advantage. Okay, call in another Natsuki. Hold back. In retrospect, that was a really bad idea. I probably should have just deployed a bunch of Lafayettes. Yeah, I'm gonna get more Lafayettes.
ちら指揮通信者です。全然好きだ。我々も戦うぞ。完了して報告します。指示をください。あなたの指揮官編成光栄です。移動完了次第報告します。可能な限り速やかに出撃します。可能な限り速やかに出撃します。指示をください。La situation est sous contrôle. あなたの指揮下に入れて光栄です。俺の指揮下だ。あなたの指揮下に入れて光栄です。Les gars, les moyens sont prêts, mon colonel. あなたの指揮下に入れて光栄です。
And that is a victory. The LSE division has been obliterated. Not much remains here. I mean, they do still have one Jangus, but that doesn't really matter. Okay. Now, I will obviously pursue. First off, I'll call the Bellowwood in here in order to prepare my land invasion over here. They're not gonna stand. They're not gonna stop me here. Okay, yeah, they only have that one territory. And I'll call in the planes and just obliterate them, along with the K1 tanks that I have. And I don't have any naval units to use, sadly enough. But that hardly matters. I have plenty of tanks to throw at the problem. And if they fail, well, so be it.
말씀만 하십시오. 이동 준비 완료. 여기 있습니다. 기동 중입니다. 드디어 제법 강한 놈들입니까? 한입도 버러지들. 박살내버리자고. 저 말입니까? 드디어 제법 강한 놈들입니까? 한입도 버러지들. 말씀만 하십시오.
Alright.
기동 중입니다. 제가 할 일이라도. 제가 할 일이라도. 제가 할 일이라도. 적탄 소진! 적탄 소진! 대기 중입니다. 이끌던지 따르던지 아니면 내 길에서 비켜! 지휘관님! 오병이 대체 뭘 할 수 있겠습니까? 운전병 속도를 좀 내라고! 우리 바빠! 지시사항 있습니까? 지시를 기다리는 중입니다. 여기 있습니다. 말씀만 하십시오. 택시 타고 싶으신 분? 제가 할 일이라도. 기동 중입니다.
Sky is ours. It's gonna rain down on them crawlers.
대기 중입니다. 지시사항 있습니까?
Sky is ours. Adjusting aim.
공격받고 있습니다.
It's gonna rain down on them crawlers.
저 말입니까? 공격받고 있습니다.
Where do you need us, sir? Making an attack run.
말씀만 하십시오. 저 말입니까? 제가 할 일이라도. 그럴 필요해? 지시사항 있습니까?
Checklist completed. Ready to go. Flying in. Weapons hot.
박살내버리자고! 거기 안전한 건 맞습니까? 여기 있습니다! 가만히 있는 꼴을 못 보시겠군. 저 말입니까? 거기 안전한 건 맞습니까? 해당 위치로 전진 중!
Well, that certainly was a fun experience, blowing them to hell and
해당
back.
위치로 전진 중!
Now, to take back
이동 준비
the
완료!
territory
제가 할 일이라도
and wipe them out.
기동 중입니다.
Wait, did I lose an actual plane?
Checklist completed. Ready
Yes,
to
I
go.
did. Oh, wait, I
해당 위치로 전진 중!
don't think I
기동
actually...
중입니다.
There's
이끌던지
another one.
따르던지 아니면 내 길에서 비켜! 박살내버리자고! 이끌던지 따르던지 아니면 내 길에서 비켜! 기동 중입니다. 해당 위치로 전진 중! 이끌던지 따르던지 아니면 내 길에서 비켜! 해당 위치로 전진 중!
Done. Well, send in some reinforcements. Maybe that will prevent their destruction. My units in the south here will sorry, what the fuck am I thinking? Will recapture all the territory. Crap. So it seems, regardless of what I do, that I'm gonna lose that attack helicopter squadron. Now the goal here is to do as much damage as I can using naval units that I have. I mean, do they have any naval units? They do, actually they do. So that's gonna be a bit tricky. But I'm guessing I have, yeah, I have more than they do. I have Lafayette's.
On se redéploie aussi vite que possible. bientôt. Tout ce que vous voulez, mon colonel. Quel est le plan? Quel est le plan? J'installe un nouveau poste de commandement.
저 말입니까?
Quel est le plan? Quel est le plan? On tire dès qu'on est à portée, mon colonel. On se redéploie aussi vite que possible.
곧 도착할 겁니다. 말씀만 하십시오.
C'est un plaisir, mon colonel.
도착하는 대로 보고하겠습니다.
Quelqu'un a appelé un taxi?
Quel est le plan? Pas l'honneur de servir sous votre commandement.
말씀만 하십시오. 저희들은 빨리 그곳으로 재배치하겠습니다. 말씀만 하십시오. 여기 있습니다. 저 말입니까?
Besoin d'un coup d'œil, mon colonel. Nous allons installer un nouveau poste d'observation.
저 말입니까?
Alright, these ETZs. Actually, what I think I need to do is set up a command post right there, so that when more units arrive, I have a beachhead set up. But for now, making them bleed is good enough.
Tout ce que vous voulez, mon colonel. C'est un plaisir, mon colonel.
Alright.
Vous avez repéré quelque chose? Attrape les humains, caporal.
I will certainly make them bleed.
On avance, terminé. On se redéploie aussi vite que possible. J'installe un nouveau poste de commandement. J'installe un nouveau poste de commandement.
말씀만 하십시오.
La situation un bon on aura une meilleure vue. Attrape les jumelles, caporal. Attrape les jumelles, caporal.
Their planes are certainly getting.
Quelqu'un a un taxi?
Ooh! Crap. Ooh! Thank you.
Un bon éclaireur est un éclaireur mort.
À vos ordres, colonel.
Holy shit, man.
여기 있습니다.
They are throwing everything in the kitchen sink against me. Come on, unload, get the hell out of there. These Vabs are not weak. Stand and fight. What I really needed here was vision.
L'ennemi est à portée, alors nous aussi.
Je suis rien à l'œuvre.
말씀만 하십시오.
Anything else I can play from these units?
여기 있습니다.
Recours prêt, colonel. Les gars et moi sommes prêts, mon colonel. Mettez le contact. On en revient toujours aux fantassins et aux fusils.
여기 있습니다. 내가 여기 있으면 안 되지 않나?
Mettez le contact. Mettez le contact. Pourquoi ça tourne? Les armes, mon colonel. On est en bas, mon colonel.
말씀하십시오. 최대한 빨리 그것으로 재배치하겠습니다.
Les gars et moi sommes prêts, mon colonel.
저 말입니까? 말씀만 하십시오.
Besoin d'un transport?
대기 중입니다.
Les armes, mon colonel. Ok, on y va aussi vite qu'on peut.
대기 중입니다.
I did some extreme damage on these guys. And I only lost, well, I lost some Vabs, but that's fine. That is fine. They're still the 51st Attack Squadron. All these J7s. And they do still have plenty of infantry, but yeah, should be good. Taking it next turn. Pretty good. Okay, more points. The Marines will be landing soon enough. What are they gonna do? Turn 6. Alright, go ahead, boys. Let's do this. The fall of Qingdao. Well. That didn't go exactly as planned. I mean, yeah, my ships should be able to smash their remaining pathetic forces to pieces easily enough. Along with my infantry. Okay, I'll deploy. I don't need a command unit this time around. That was just so I could get a foothold. Now that I have it, don't need them anymore.
Je vous préviens dès que nous y sommes. Ok, on y va aussi vite qu'on peut. Laissez situation, il faut...
Alright, same as before. Well, maybe one
Servir
Lafayette's
sur votre commandement.
still here.
Très bientôt.
여기 있습니다.
Outside the deck,
Stratégie, mon colonel.
more or less. As before.
대기 중입니다. 제가 할 일이라도
Okay, boys, let's see what you've got.
보고하겠습니다.
Stratégie, mon colonel.
우리 안에 들어오면 말입니까? 대기 중입니다.
Alright, I'm gonna deploy these guys on the ground over here.
그렇게
What do you
말씀하신다면
got? Come on.
내가 여기 있으면 안 되지 않나?
Come on.
Orders, sir. Starting the engine. Brakes over, folks. We're moving again.
Alright, LCM.
On avance. Terminé.
And someone with the Mistral. Kinda wish I could bring naval units from the other side, but that's fine.
Read. Pas. Gauche slow et clair. Starting the engine.
Actually, I could possibly get these LCMs to go to the other side. Obviously, the Dango. These guys
Bien
can't.
compris. Terminé. On est en chemin, mon colonel. Bien compris. Terminé. Bien compris. Terminé. On est en chemin, mon colonel. Un bon ennemi est un ennemi mort. La pause est finie, les gars. On bouge. On est en chemin, mon colonel. Un bon ennemi est un ennemi mort. Bien compris. Terminé. Bien compris. Terminé. On est en chemin, mon colonel. Mettez le contact. On va s'occuper de vous. Bien compris. La pause est finie, les gars. On bouge. On avance. Terminé. Attrape les jumelles, caporal.
말씀만 하십시오. 저 말입니까? 대기 중입니다.
Vous allez repérer quelque chose?
말씀만 하십시오.
Orders, sir.
Well, they've gotten their ass handed to them.
C'est pas ma guerre.
Now, I just need to draw them, the remaining of them
Un
out,
bon éclaireur est un
or get
éclaireur
some vision
mort.
on them.
Nous reconnaissons cette zone. Read. Pas. Vous avez repéré quelque chose? Read. Pas. Brakes over, folks. We're moving again.
곧 도착할 겁니다.
Alright, these LCMs will land their troops out there in the woods.
Loud and clear.
Maybe
Out.
even closer.
Starting the engine. On our way, sir.
Pity the fool that has to deal with these guys.
The only good enemy is a dead enemy. The only good enemy is a dead enemy.
Well, the French Marines will certainly tear these guys
On our
in
way,
one.
sir. Est-ce que l'infanterie peut faire pour vous, mon colonel? What's up? Turn the combat zone right now. Turn the combat zone
Lesson learned.
내가 여기 있으면 안 되지 않나?
Read 5. Soyez aveugle, laissons-nous. Ok, on y va aussi vite qu'on peut.
Come on then.
Read 5.
제가 할 일이라도.
Why does it always have to be me? Loud and clear. Out. Starting the engine. Loud and clear. Out. Starting the engine. Read 5. On our way, sir. The only good enemy is a dead enemy. Qu'est-ce que l'infanterie peut faire pour vous, mon colonel? I'm all ears. Oui, mon colonel. Orders, sir. Bougez vos culs, on y va. C'est parti, les filles. En formation. Oui, mon colonel. Section prête, en formation.
Alright, their navy is moving to try and stop me. Alright, that's destroyed. And that is destroyed as well. Major, I have to announce that we have gained control of the Chinese base of Qingdao. We no longer fear any threat from there. Beijing is protesting to him, but we have demonstrated we can strike China directly if need be. Okay, good. Good. Well, these guys will all head over here and wipe them out. Now these guys I'm also gonna embark with. No, wait. Yeah, I think I need to R&R a bit with these guys. Free all of South Korea. Not a problem. Okay then. Right, assign these guys over here. I'll reassign them to a carrier once the said carrier is repaired. Seriously, they only have one Udaloy. What the hell? They're down to one capital ship. You're telling me you can't deal with one capital ship. Fine, I'll deal with this myself. Alright. Now, I certainly could do some attacks myself, but I think I'm gonna wait one more turn before I do that. Logic being that if I push this too hard, too fast, then I'm gonna pay a heavy price for that. Oh, I see. I get the memo as to why they were failing. So the reason behind their failure is due to the fact that the Japanese fleet is not capable of doing anything at the moment. So all I have is the American fleet. Now, I would be fairly shocked if the Japanese and Americans together would lose.
Why does it always have to be me? If you say so, sir. Read 5.
Hold on.
Loud and clear. Out. I'll be there soon.
So these Oliver Hazard parries will soak the damage from the Udaloi. The Pegasuses will finish it off.
Moving on time. What's up, sir? Weapons locked and loaded. In the middle of a fight. My staff and myself are ready, sir. I'll set up a new command post there. I'll be there soon. I'll set up a new command post there. Why does it always have to be me? Anything you want. Anything you want, sir. Turn the critical right now.
That's it, more or less. Just had to destroy that one command vessel. The entirety of the Soviet Navy has been, well, obliterated would be kind enough. Alright. Dragonflies. Alright, I'm not too worried about anything else. I'll take Naval Sector Charlie as well for the extra 3 points. So, what I want, obviously, with the Chinese island under my control, I'm gonna get a lot of points each turn, so it shouldn't be an issue. Now that attack helicopter squadron is really shite, man. In particular reason they are getting wiped out? And what did these guys even have in terms of tanks? Nothing really special, really. I mean, to hell with it. I'll do it myself. Deploy tanks. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. No, you know what? I mean, do I have any tanks? Yes, I do have the 2nd Armored Regiment, so... Alright, it's not the priority. And I guess it's just a question of waiting one more turn, right? Now... Harriers, sure, why not? Now, I'm gonna move the Bellowid around this side and start deploying as many of its units as I can. Alright, just 2 of them for now. I'm gonna have to move those squadrons out to there. Yeah, the real issue is I can't use these M48s. Okay. And deploy those over there on that side. And then we can see if having those tanks makes any difference. I just want to liberate South Korea. And what the cost? Total victory. One of our aircraft is flying over the border. The last enemy columns are rushing to the north through the Imjingak bridge. I don't know what you've done to them, but they look like they have the devil hot on their heels. We can confirm our control of the whole of South Korea. I repeat, South Korea is free, but at what price? I'm just off the phone to Washington. The White House is adamant. They want to seize the opportunity and completely neutralize Kim Il-sung's regime. Here are your new objectives. In Korea, the priority is, of course, the capital, Pyongyang, but you must also secure Chongqing, for which the Soviet help comes. Finally, you are asked to hold the Chinese base of Qingdao in retaliation for Beijing's engagement in this conflict. There is a high risk that the Chinese and the Russians will react strongly, but Washington is willing to take that risk. It will be difficult, but you have the best Western units at your disposal. It's now up to you. And that is true. I do have some of the finest men in the West at my disposal. Refit. I mean, it's not really necessary. I'm gonna deploy... No, not gonna use that right now. At least not for a moment. There are other things, obviously, that need to be considered here. So, turn 22. South Korea is free. Turn 7. I don't have any units here capable of attacking. That's fine. I'll start sending units over here. And what can I get? I mean, there's obviously the Quit division, helicopters. Oh yeah, right. I can actually get. I can get the airborne units to support me while the ground units take this territory. Or I could just land the air units. Sure, why not? I mean, the Japanese, it's all gonna come down to the Japanese. While the Americans fight their way through to support them. The Royal Marines are ready to intervene from their arc rail. They are a light helicopter-borne unit, but very mobile, and they can surround and intercept enemy columns. The right hands, they can turn to a formidable asset. Alright, I am deploying the recon company. Now these guys over here, all of them more or less, need refitting. I'm also gonna take maybe these helicopters. Alright, if I take this port, Russia enters the war, or rather the Soviets enter the war. Here's a issue though. I can't very well, I mean, the best I can do is send my units to Daejeon, and from there they can take most of the territory, but they can't actually take the border territory right there. I need to take this. I mean, yeah, it's certainly a possibility that I could just... Well, I guess we'll see. It's all gonna come down to the French, isn't it, though? Alright. No. Okay, Naval Air Squadron. No, that's... Yeah, Harriers, I guess. Okay. South Korea is free. North Korea is about to meet the full-blown might of the West in its own backyard. Most of the North Korean military anyway is wiped. I mean, they still do have some formidable units here. In particular, I think they still have some battalions with T-90s. Somewhere. Hold on, where the pretty sure I had... Okay. Oh, right. They don't. Very well. We'll handle that then. I'll bring these tanks, these K1, A1s, all that. I'm guessing I could possibly deploy most of the Dequette division next turn. So, end this turn and prepare for a land invasion of Asia. Okay. We're detecting advanced military preparations on the Russian borders. Yeah, that's certainly not gonna help. Anyway, that's about it, right? So, being prepared for a full-blown military assault on the Soviet Union. Costin, signing out.